Hi, welcome to the Comic Bros Authority podcast. I'm your host, Andre, and with me is my brother, Miles.
Hello.
Hi. And for the first time on the pod, we have our guest, Melinda. Hi, Melinda.
Hi, Melinda.
Hello.
How you
Thanks for having
doing?
me. I'm good. Chillin'.
Same here. So yeah, like I was saying, this is the first time we have a guest on the show here. Hopefully this is the start of many more of these. So it's not just me and my brother having this odd banter between us with all of our inside jokes.
Andre, I would think we're funny.
Yeah, you know what?
Well, just kidding. You guys are hilarious. I love it.
I would like to think that we are.
I'd like to think we're entertaining at the very least.
Yeah. All right, so let's get into it.
All right, Andre, what are we going to be discussing today? Because we already read it.
Well, we will be discussing Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees by Patrick Hovarth. And Patrick Hovarth is writing, drawing, coloring the entire thing.
He's a one-man band for this one.
He is. I mean, there isn't a letterer on here. Hassan Osman Elhau. I butchered that. I apologize.
Good try.
Yeah, I saw it and I went for it.
Swing and miss, but
Yeah. So this book, I like that they give Hassan a kind of a top billing here because you don't really see that many letterers, and I'll get on that later when we talk about that because I have a few good comments to say about the lettering.
Oh, me too. Specifically one scene, but that will be later.
Yeah.
All right. So, so the reason I wanted to have a guest on this show today was because I remember posting about this book last year when the first issue released, and Melinda saw it and she was like, "Oh, you know what? Like, let me check this out." And then, and then she read.
then I loved it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So
That first issue got me hooked.
there you go. So why don't you go ahead and tell us about your history with comics and the medium?
Okay, well, it's not a very long history. I feel like, I mean, of course, like my group of friends, like you guys, everybody has always talked about them around me. But I didn't really get into it. I felt like superhero stuff too was like there was just too much for me. It was like,
Yeah.
kind of overwhelming.
Mhm.
But actually, that book that Jackie let me borrow about the green, what is it, the Green Mile Killer,
Oh,
or
the Green River
it's like
Killer.
Green River Killer, yes.
Yeah, it's
That
a
was
great
like the
book.
first comic book I read. Yeah. And I was like, ooh, it was like really good. So then I kind of found little things like that I was like, okay, this is something that more down my alley. So, and then this fit perfectly.
Yeah. So, did you have a certain kind of mindset before you started reading comics versus afterwards?
I mean, yeah, definitely at first I was kind of like, because even my brothers, like they didn't really grow up reading comics. So to me, it was just kind of like, I don't know, I didn't really know much about them, or I don't know, I didn't really think like how different genres and everything like that. But now, I mean, even because I actually reread Beneath the Trees, just because we were doing this. And it's just funny, like as you're reading it, it's really like you're like watching a show or a
Oh,
movie,
yeah.
and it really like comes to life. And
Yeah.
like I feel like reading in general does that, but it really is like obviously because there's pictures, it's even more pronounced. I really like it.
Yeah. It's a visual medium, so it
Hmm.
like honestly, I feel like it's up to the writer and the artist to make the reader feel like they're living in this world
Hmm.
and the story that they're trying to tell, to make it feel really well rounded and characters that actually feel like characters and not just like typical stereotypical, like, oh, there's a jock, there's a popular
Hmm.
chick, things like that.
Right, yeah.
Um, So yeah, so besides Green River Killer and Beneath the Trees, have you
Hmm.
ventured out and started reading other things?
Yeah, okay. I've read a bit of The Nice House on the Lake. That was really
Oh,
good. Yeah.
Yeah,
The only
love that.
yeah, it was really good. The only thing is when I got to the second volume, I had kind of a gap in between
Hmm.
and I kind of like
did you
forgot a little
forget?
bit. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like sometimes, yeah.
It
And like some of
happens.
the people, yeah, I can't remember who was who because a lot of people are kind of drawn similar to. I was like, who's talking? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I do need to get back to that one. But also I recently read Where the Body Was. I
Oh.
got, yeah, actually I was at a comic book store and I told them I read Beneath the Trees and they recommended that and I really liked that. I would actually like a max like short series on that actually. I think it would be good, but that's
Yeah,
just my opinion.
yeah, no,
Oh,
it
word.
really seems like you're getting into the crime murder
Mm,
genre, and that really seems to be
yeah.
pulling you in. I like to think that I always say this: comics are the red-headed stepchild of literature. Everyone
Yes.
always looks down at comics, and they don't really give it a chance. But there are just some captivating stories and really talented
Hmm.
writers in these. And if like sometimes like you go and you watch a movie and you're like, oh, that was really good, and then you find out that it was actually
Yeah,
adapted
based
from
off
a,
of.
a comic book. And
Yeah.
there's a lot of storytelling potential in comics that you can't get because it's already a visual medium. And like many writers and artists have said before, you know, like you can go and you can try to make a movie, but you are constrained by the budget. When
Yes.
it comes
Hmm.
to an artist trying to bring, you know, a world together, you know, the budget is unlimited.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's honestly
Okay.
the the only limitations of that is what the artist isn't drawing.
Yeah.
And when they can get pretty crazy with it, then it's very rewarding for you. Because I've always seen is like they have their certain shots of what they want to do, and you know you have your dialogue, but your brain fills in the rest. So like these pictures, they move in your head. You know.
Yeah, and that's what I do.
Yeah.
I always
Yeah.
have certain voices in my head whenever
Yeah.
I'm reading
Uh-huh.
characters.
Yeah. Or even like actually one of the things in the book, like this one scene, I feel like I can hear the crowd, it's like, yeah,
Yes.
it's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and you know, dive into the
Dive in.
book. Yeah, so
Yeah.
um
I think before spoilers, what's everyone's general thoughts about this book?
oh, I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, I loved it.
From the moment I picked up the first issue, I collected it in single issues, and then I went ahead and grabbed the collected edition because I said, "Hell yeah, this is my kind of book." Uh,
Yeah.
what about you, Mel?
Like I actually first started reading it on Kindle on my phone, like super small,
Yeah.
And I remember after I read the first one, I immediately pre-ordered like the next two because
Mm-hmm.
they weren't even out yet.
Yeah.
Nice.
Um, yeah, and then now I actually bought the book itself so that I could see it in person and like bigger. But yeah.
Yeah. So, obviously, you know, you said you loved it. What about you, Miles? I know this is the first time you read it.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So I didn't really know much about this except for that it's drawn very cute, and it looks like a children's book.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Except it has grisly murders in it.
Yes.
And the story goes in a direction I didn't think it was going to go because it's generally about this bear. Her name is Samantha. She's like roughly in her, I would say like late 40s.
I'd say
Mhm.
about that.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
mid to late 40s or so, and she is a serial killer. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
this is no spoilers. This is kind of the hook of the book. Um, and her motto is she lives in this quiet, quaint, like perfect town, which I think is like kind of like upstate New York.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Uh-huh.
she likes to keep her killings away from this town. She likes because it's her mask. Unfortunately, there happens to be a few murders going on, which sends her kind of spiraling because soon she'll be found out, and her murders that she's been doing for decades, it will lead down the path to her being discovered as this killer. So it's like a race against time to find this other killer before the cops start to get on her tail. And that's what I didn't know. I just thought it was cute bear kills people.
Yeah.
I thought it was that.
Yeah.
And then when
See,
they
I didn't even know that part. I just saw his post and I was like, let's see what this is about. And then surprise, surprise at the end. Yeah.
yeah, so I mean, beyond that, like general synopsis, I think it was a great book. Like I said, there was like this little cat and mouse thing to it.
It was a bear and mouse.
A bear and mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It's like I said, it's drawn like a child's book. Like you can see this artwork and then like look at it and be like, okay, this is a writer and artist for a children's book, even though this is his first work. And then you just get to the gnarly bits of it where it gets bloody and everything. And like I said, like it was a page turner for me. I was kept in suspense.
Yeah, it's a nice juxtaposition with it looking so cute.
Yes.
But then you also see all these organs and blood flowing and
Yeah.
honestly,
Body parts.
Yeah.
like it's gruesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like Dexter meets Goldilocks.
I would say like Dexter meets Gilmore Girls.
Yeah.
Because they live in that small little town.
Yeah, that's cute little town.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And and everyone's just like happy-go-lucky, nothing ever happens there. But yeah, it's so crazy, and it works because even though it is cuddly and the colors are warm and everything, it's still God, some of these characters are just so freaking cute.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like that pug.
Yeah.
Oh.
I love how the sheriff is a hound.
Yes.
Like a
Yes.
Scruff McGruff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting what Patrick Hovarth does in this book, and I think it's just a really interesting world.
Yeah.
Because
I have a few questions about that world, though.
yeah, and like I'm going to bring it up right now. There was a scene where it's showing life in the city, and then you see like a policeman who's a German Shepherd holding the leash of a German Shepherd.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, also the scene with Samantha and the bear.
Yeah.
And I'm like, huh,
Yes.
hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they're
Well, even the turtle too. I forget his name, but he has a dog also, and I'm like, it's kind of weird. Like, who's the animal? You know?
yeah, or maybe that's what it's supposed to make you think. Like, who really
Yeah.
is the animal?
Yeah.
And you kind of
Yeah.
get into that later on in the book when
Mhm.
what's her name? Cherry fucking Gherkins.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
Lord.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cherry
she, she deserved it.
Cherry goddamn Gherkins. Let me tell you,
Yes.
this
Oh.
like she made me angry because she is
Yeah.
definitely one of those people.
She's a Karen.
She is a Karen.
Exactly.
Like how she was treating the barista.
Yeah. She's like, she
And then she
parked.
didn't even pay. Like, oh, she was a hot
She
mess.
didn't pay. She parked in the middle of the street. She was a menace to society more so than the serial
Yeah.
killer.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the way he draws her all sweaty and stuff, I'm just like, oh, girl, you're a mess. You don't even
Yeah.
see what you look like right now.
Yeah, but I thought it was interesting. Like he kind of like builds this world of the way dynamics are, and you can tell in that dialogue in the scene with Cherry Gherkins and Sam confronting Cherry about hitting the turtle guy and Birdie hitting
Oh,
Birdie
yes.
in the face, where she was like, we're not gonna be taking this anymore from your kind.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So it makes me it kind of gives this implication that there's a whole herbivore and carnivore dynamic that goes on in this world
Okay.
that I think is really interesting. It doesn't like pop up ever again. It's just it's just kind of like throwaway dialogue, but I think it's very interesting. That makes you keep on thinking about people.
I'm just
Yeah.
I question
Well,
the power dynamics in this world with
well,
that.
even too when they go to when all the different animals are going to the butcher shop, it's interesting seeing though all the carnivores like still there ordering meat and stuff, and it's like another animal serving it to them, and it's like you live in this town with all these other animals, but you're still eating meat. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of like how does
Yeah,
that coexist? Like you would think they would have to be vegetarian or whatever.
exactly. Yeah, because I think like, all right, what Cherry, like, Cherry, she's a pig,
Mm-hmm.
and so do you have sort of like do you order pork chops? Like,
Her husband's an owl, so maybe,
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
super random.
those are my only questions
yeah, and
and
like
main criticisms
like
of the
even
book,
the cover of issue 2,
where she's walking.
where
Mhm.
she's walking past the butcher shop and she's staring at like a severed pig's head, and you see her
Oh,
horrified reflection just like
oh
staring.
yes, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so I like it. I just think that's really interesting dynamic that is touched upon but not, explained. I think it does its job in making us talk about the book even more and talk about, this series and, how it can go.
What?
Nothing.
Oh,
I mean, yeah.
Sorry.
it just kind of cut off there. I was like, oh,
I
okay.
mean, it definitely goes like I feel like later on too, but I feel like we should talk about that later with like, her and the beard, all that. I
Yeah.
still feel like it all plays in, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely interesting to see.
Yeah, and like the way the book starts off, you're getting what, like excerpts of Sam's journal,
Yeah.
basically. And it's a journal because at one point you see a word crossed out and replaced with another word, talking about how there's this
It's the killing that quiets, and I think that's crossed
yeah,
out, and it just says muffled.
Hmm.
yes.
Hmm.
Like she likes the word muffled because it sounds like someone's being strangled.
Yeah. All right. So I would say general thoughts. It's great. I recommend it. Highly do. Go pick it up if you can. So let's get into spoilers here.
Okay, yeah. Yay,
Yeah.
let's do spoilers.
Okay, so the inciting incident in this book is in kind of the background of the beginning of the first issue. You have kind of like this old man with, I would say, like Alzheimer's or something like that.
Hmm.
He's just kind of there. Everyone's helping him. They're being nice to him. And they have this parade. And what happens is that on Birdie, the turtle Birdie, his parade float comes down. You see he is iron eagled on the parade float at the top, and it's so gruesome. Like, his arms are slashed all the way up to the elbows, like in half. His rib cage is open with his, like that scene in was it Midsummer?
Yeah.
Yeah, where the guy is just all that's iron
Yeah.
eagled.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what sets off this whole murder mystery, and this town is being hunted by a serial killer, and it's drawn very. I mean, like I said, like, it's very cartoony, but the colors are they're made. It's watercolor, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see that everything's like the color palette's very pastel. But whenever you have blood, you get like deep reds. So I do want to note about Samantha herself, because she is a like a home improvement store owner, and she goes out to the city, she finds a victim, kills him and cuts him up. And she does it in a way where she numbs them. I think they're still alive, and she
Hmm.
starts chopping them up into little like even sized bits. And that little splash page was amazing. Where
Oh,
you
the
see
the full page
Yes.
spread of the
Yeah.
of the duck.
yeah.
Cut up. Yeah.
Yeah, where you see his brains and everything. And I was like, oh my God. First, she hangs him upside down and drains all of his blood.
Well, she hits the back of his head with a nail to pretty much lobotomize him and make his body useless. And then she says the rest is easy. Hangs him upside down and then slices his neck right open and drains the blood.
Like, you see this, it's pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
I love that. That when I first saw that, I was like, Jesus Christ.
I see. I was like, what did I get myself into?
Right? And she hides the body parts in paint cans, buries them in the woods, beneath the trees where nobody sees.
Hey.
But I think it was so dumb of her to put it in those paint cans because I just feel like, girl, like these are literally like cans from your shop, like.
Oh,
But
yeah.
Yeah, and that comes up
yeah,
later too.
yeah, But I was like, well, one flaw, there's always something.
Like, yeah, you could trace back the inventory.
Exactly, the serial number.
The lot number.
Yeah,
It's just gonna come
yeah,
right
and
back
it doesn't
to
look like she's digging it really deep. I'm like, girl, it's a pretty shallow little.
it.
Yeah, I wonder
It's
if
just the
it's
size.
I wonder if it's enough to like hide the smell from like, hounds or something like that from like the police where they're trying to find the body parts.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have to like, I think it's like 6 feet, and after that, like dogs can't smell a body or whatever. But
I mean, they're dipped in like primer, paint and primer. Just So I think I mean, that's a pretty.
I think it covers it up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty intoxicating smell.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
From the times I was on the streets.
Yeah. I'm like, tell me more.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty it's pretty methodical. Like, she's a very methodical serial killer, and though I think the way that she cuts up into the even bits, obviously to fit inside the cans, but in a way where it shows how much control she wants over her victim. Because when it comes to serial killers, it's always a power play. It's because I have so much power over you. Your life is in my hands with all serial killers. So, yeah.
She even says that.
Yeah. She says she likes the
she's
control.
like, I just want to be in control. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So even like the cutting up evenly of those body pieces, she has complete control on not only on like this sort of psychological level, but like on a physical level too, where she has control enough of her own body to make those straight cuts and make it so even.
And this is where,
instead of going crazy.
Yeah, instead of just, hacking up pieces into the wind,
This is where I want to give credit to the letterer, because you see the way that the captions are, it's done as if it's being written in a journal. When she has control, it's written fine. But when she starts to spiral and, she like later on in the book, when she's starting to be hunted, it gets raggedy.
Yes.
It gets crazier. It looks like pages are like torn haphazardly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What's funny too.
I'm sorry, go on.
Oh, okay. I was just going like continuing with after the murder, because we were saying, how much control she has to, and then right after she's done, that bear walks out, and it's just like funny because here she is like covering up her little holes of like her killing, but like for a bear, obviously it's like a lot more of a crazy kill and not so perfect and nice, but it's just funny seeing the contrast like right after she finishes like covering up her mess,
Yeah, because the wild bear is I think thematically it's supposed to be that that primitive side of her that likes killing, as opposed to this very anthropomorphic version of her, the version of her
the quote unquote human side.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you could see that later when you see the two bears fighting in front of her, and the look in her eyes as it's being slashed, gashed, mashed.
So the story just kind of, I mean, from there, this quiet town, they just kind of go into like this lockdown sort of way where it becomes a ghost town. No one trusts each other. Everyone's scared. No, but I think what happens to Cherry. She gets what she deserves.
Oh, wholeheartedly. I did not.
100%.
Honestly, like, pardon me, but what a bitch.
No,
Yes.
literally. If one person deserved it out of that town, they finally got it right.
Yeah, like, thank you. Thank you for doing your service and getting
Yeah.
her.
Is there a little bit of a kind of a pandemic feeling to that, with the nobody on the
Yes.
streets anymore, everyone's scared and locked up in their houses, and then she's like very brash, and even her shirt says "Think Pig," and she says, like when they said, "Hey, there's a curfew, you shouldn't go out jogging so late at night," and she's like, "Oh, Howard, you're such a pushover. They'll walk all over you if you let them." It just kind of feels like, you know, when during the pandemic you had a lot of people who were like, you have to let the government tell you what to do and everything.
Yeah, it's yeah, she was giving MAGA.
Yeah.
For sure.
She really was giving
100%.
that.
It was giving, yeah.
Yeah,
But her scene too of like her dying too was like a crazy scene as well.
and you know, that's it's so awesome to see in just how like tense it feels, because it definitely feels like a horror movie, even though it's cute, cozy and everything, but it's still tense. It still draws you in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
would
felt like
say,
I was watching Scream.
yeah,
Exactly.
a
Because,
slasher.
yeah, because
Yeah.
exactly. It because this whole book is basically like a whodunit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So these scenes where Cherry's being chased and everything, all you see is a black glove. So I was totally thinking like a giallo film, which is just it's just fancy for Italian slasher. A lot of people disagree
okay.
with me, but that's a subgenre that has its own tropes and everything. And this is what it reminded me of. We recently watched one. It was called The New York Ripper.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
That
Was
was
it crazy?
oh my god, it was like 75% sex.
Yeah, that movie is just a
Oh
lot
my.
of sex. No, but
They're like,
I
oh,
mean,
we got to kill somebody now.
yeah, they're like, oh yeah, I forgot we aren't a porno, we're a horror film.
Yeah.
Let's get a victim.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
that's basically the movie.
Yeah, but that's what the scene reminded me of, because you do see like the black glove and him holding the knife after her fingers get slashed and everything, and then you see you know, him holding the axe and whatnot, and I love that panel transition of like her head being chopped off, and then you see it just go cold, like all the life just like leaves her body, and it's so gross.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
you know, when it shows her severed head, it reminded me of just like that quick flash in Hereditary.
Oh yeah.
That's what
Oh,
it reminded me
yeah.
of, and
Yeah.
it gave me the chills, because I was like, shit, I didn't like this bitch, but
Wait, you didn't like the
Damn.
little
I
girl?
know, like
No.
you really took it.
no, I'm talking about the book.
Oh,
About the
I thought you were talking about Hereditary. I was like, God, it's just a little girl.
It's a little girl with an
Like,
allergic
she
reaction.
didn't do anything. Yeah.
She wanted to go home.
And I'll never watch that movie again, by the way.
Man, I love that movie so much.
One and done. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rewatch it for funsies.
Yeah, so this kind of sent this whole thing, even the killing with Cherry and the killing on Gertie's boat just sort of sends Samantha spiraling as she's like trying to catch the killer before the cops catch the killer, because she doesn't want to get found out. It's totally selfish.
Yes. Yeah, of course. I mean, like, even you know, when you get to the last issue when she was talking about her only friend.
The hell?
Yeah. When she's talking. Sorry, it's just fireworks. The Dodgers. People are still celebrating the Dodgers winning.
Yeah.
Fuck New York. I
Oh
don't
my
care.
god.
Yeah. Oh God, I lost my train of thought.
Yeah. I can't
Okay.
even help
Okay.
you.
Yeah. So at the end of the book, when she was talking about her friend, she was very cold about it. She talked
Mm-hmm.
about, well, because in the beginning of the book, you're introduced to her only friend. The rest of the
Yeah.
people, they're co-workers. They're just people she knows in the
Her
town.
only friend's like dying of cancer.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the book, she's describing her in, in the captions, because I don't want to spoil the ending. She's just saying, oh, she's like, I knew her well, but I wouldn't call her my friend. And what she does in that final issue basically proves that, like, she's cold, she has no heart,
Mm-hmm.
she was really looking out for herself.
Yeah,
And that's it, to continue to do what she does. And like, there is a lot of comparison to Dexter with how she kills, her methods.
yeah, because he's very precise. Because he's what
Mm-hmm.
crime scene investigator or something.
Yeah, so he knows about
Yeah.
blood. He's a blood splatter analyst.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
That's right. Yeah.
I only know from.
Yeah.
I watched like 4 episodes of Dexter.
Don't you work on the
I
show?
used to love that show.
Yeah, don't you work on the show?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I work on or I used to. It's ending now. Yeah, filming's almost done.
I didn't realize it was still going on. I thought
No,
finally-
I mean they're coming out the new show. They're doing a prequel show of how Dexter started,
Okay.
and that's the one
Okay,
I've been
nice.
getting some days on. So
Okay, cool.
I'm just around
Yeah.
like the room with all the tarps and stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh.
Yeah, I get to walk in there. I walked into the police precinct and it was on a like soundstage, and I was like, "You're telling me Hollywood's fake?
Oh my
I'm not really in
goodness.
Miami. I'm in Long Beach."
Yeah, you know what? That always got me, because like it's a Showtime show, and they
Mhm.
would always, and Showtime would always be like, oh, we're like HBO, we're premium television, but it's just like really just it sets.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I'll tell you, they're not in Miami. They're in Pasadena.
Oh well,
Palm
yeah,
trees are palm trees, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, definitely though, the very beginning does give me Death Survives. And then yeah, of course, like where you kind of almost get that little like soft spot for her, like, okay, maybe she does really care about somebody or something, but then she reminds you like
she reminds you
yeah,
that
I'm
she's a
about that
horrible
life. Yeah.
she's a horrible fucking
Uh-huh.
person.
Yeah. Well, Bear.
Oh, well, yeah,
I'm
fair.
like, she's
It's a
just true to
horrible-
herself.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Just
Um,
believe it when you see it, basically.
Yeah.
I also do like the kind of red herrings that we have going on in the book, especially with that cat.
Mm-hmm.
I like how, it's kind of made you thinking to believe, like, oh, could this be the person who works in the butcher shop?
Melody.
Mhm.
Yeah, her name was Melody, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Melody.
Yeah.
Yeah, Melody.
And the idea of like the sneezing from being allergic to lavender.
Oh, that was a good reveal.
Yes.
That was such a
yeah.
good reveal.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Like just the glances over at each other and then the
Uh-huh.
smiles.
And then ends the
Yeah, it ends a chapter.
Yeah.
Yeah, like okay, so this is Patrick Hovarth's first comic book that he's ever done. He's only done small horror films that he's written and directed starting in like 2009
Okay.
and in the 2010s. And then I guess he decided to jump into, making graphic novels. But who knew that he was such a fantastic artist?
Yeah.
Because just the way the art, and I just want to talk about that for a bit. We always mention cute and cuddly and cozy.
It is.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
yes, it definitely is.
100%,
Yeah,
yeah.
like I would definitely want to hang out with these like anthropomorphic animals.
Yeah.
I want to hang out with Samantha. She looks so cool and chill. And
Yes.
all of a sudden, I'm just like, oh, wait, but you like killing people.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
If
Like
I was
one
her,
of the
No, you would have to live in a small town to
Okay.
not be killed.
yeah.
I know, yeah. One of the scenes too that I'm like, oh, this is just so wholesome. She got back from killing, and then she's like in her bathtub. She has a bath bomb. You can see all the different colors, and
Yes.
she's reading a book, has a glass of wine, and I'm just like, oh, it's so wholesome. But she literally just got back from Dexter something.
Yeah, and that's what I like
Yeah.
about it. And like the art is so detailed that I'm surprised that it was coming out on such a regular basis for a comic, because a lot of times a book that's detailed, that has backgrounds and people walking around and moving, and like when you look at the art closely, it's not just a tiny little figure with like two dots for eyes and a line for a mouth. No, it's really detailed, and this guy must like drawing animals, because every animal looked amazing.
Yeah, I can see you wanting to talk about the pug.
I want to hang out with the damn pug. You know me, I'm a pug guy.
Got 3 little stinkers out
And
there.
then there was a scene at the funeral, and he looked sad, and I wanted to hang
Like, I
out.
want to hug you.
I want to hug the pug.
Hug the pug.
But that's just me.
Oh.
That's just me. You know what's funny is that my boyfriend sent me a video, and it was this pug cafe down in San Diego County, and he's like, "Hey, we should go there." And I was like, "Why? When I could just walk outside my room and there are 3 pugs right there."
Yeah.
It's like, don't you want other pugs?
Mine stink.
Oh. I also really like, okay, so now when Samantha is like, I'm gonna figure out if it's Melody, and she does her whole little like scheme and like,
She sneaks in the
yes,
house.
yes, I loved that because I mean, obviously you knew the book wasn't over, right? So you're like, there has to be some type of twist somewhere, right?
Yeah.
But I felt like it was really well done, and I couldn't really guess what was gonna happen.
Yeah.
I really liked that part. Yeah.
No, and I'm thank you for bringing that part up, because that is
Mm-hmm.
something that I wanted to talk about with the lettering.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the scene where she's hiding in the closet and you see the light from the closet blinds over her eyes, and Melody is speaking to what's in the bed, and Melody is just like going off, like she's like, "Oh, I had a day, X, Y, and Z, all of this." And then it cuts to Samantha in the closet looking at her having this dialogue, and then the dialogue bubble is even being covered
Yeah.
by the
Mm-hmm.
blinds in the closet.
Yeah.
And I
From
thought
her
that,
POV.
yeah, and I thought that was such
Uh-huh.
a nice touch.
Yeah.
Because when I'm reading it in my head, like you can hear the dialogue that Melody is saying, but when it goes to Samantha's POV, it's a little muffled.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
that's
That's a nice touch.
Mm-hmm.
beautiful touch. I thought it was amazing. And you still get what Melody is saying. It's not like it's like completely cut off or anything.
Yes, yeah. I
Y-
love that. They actually do that also when what's her name? Oh my God, the pig Cherry, when she pulls up to the coffee shop and her and Charlie or Samantha and Charlie are talking in the shop. And when Cherry pulls up, she's making so much noise. You see them talking, but you can tell that it's like the words are getting cut off by the honking noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really
Oh,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh,
And
yeah.
a lot of the sound effects were drawn in this, which is something I appreciate from artists that go ahead and, hand draw, or in this I yeah, just drawn onto the page instead of having a letterer go ahead and throw that in.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, because that's something I really like too. Is yeah, it because even the word balloons, they look hand drawn too. They look
Mhm.
like they were like sketched out pretty quickly. Obviously, it's digital,
Mm-hmm.
but it just fits in with this kind of what feels like a hand drawn book.
Yeah, and I
Mhm.
think that definitely lends to its whole charm
Yeah,
and what attracts a reader to a story that looks like this.
yeah,
Mhm. And I do love the watercolors. I feel like it really adds to like that small town feel. I
It's
feel like if it was like bright, it would be, I don't know, I guess I wouldn't maybe, I don't think it would hit as much as it does.
yeah, like if it was like digital coloring, yeah,
Yeah.
it would
Oh
feel.
god, that would honestly, I think that would be horrendous on a book like
Yes,
this.
yeah, it would be like really overwhelming. Like I don't think, yeah, it wouldn't have drawn me in as much as it did.
Yeah, because you can even see some of this. I'm looking at it, like the shadows are just drawn in so well too. You can tell instead of like using like tones and stuff like that, like, after the fact, after the pencils are put in, this is actually drawn into the panel. I just there's a lot of good craftsmanship in this
Yeah, for a
book.
first time comic too, to be able to like strike gold with your first project like this,
Yeah,
it's insane.
Yeah.
And you know what's cool is that Patrick Hovart just announced a new book.
is it another
Ooh.
cute, cuddly, horrific book?
No, it's actually called Free for All.
Staying on theme.
It-
Uh-oh.
yeah, it's called Free for All. It's like a 50 something page graphic novella.
Mm.
And just the cover is pretty crazy. It's just a man's face that's sliced.
Mm.
Whoa!
Yeah.
All right, I'm checking this out. I could.
Yeah.
What is it called?
Free for All.
Free for all.
Well, and it's funny you're saying like strike gold and everything too. Yeah, like I feel like lately, because like okay, when I was in Seattle, I went to a comic book store, and actually yesterday when I was like walking to a restaurant, I saw one that's close by my house. I was like, oh, I've been like wanting to go. And right
Mhm.
when I walk in, like this book is right there at the front. And I'm like telling
Yeah.
my friend, like, oh, I just read this, But yeah, definitely it's like it's not like it's just somewhere hidden on the shelves. It's
Yeah. Oh,
like,
you're one of the
uh-huh.
cool kids saying, "Hey, look at me! I read this
I know. I
book
was
right
like,
here." Oh,
oh.
like, oh, you haven't read it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm like, oh, well, you should.
All the cool kids are.
Yeah, to the front of the store. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this looks awesome because it's not only one guy, it's multiple people's heads sliced.
Oh.
Yeah, it's different people.
Oh wow. Okay, I'm excited.
Put
Yeah.
together?
Yeah. Hold on. I'm going to put it up to the screen so you can see. I'm so sorry,
Okay.
audience.
I need to be in the know. Oh shit. Oh yeah, I do see it. It's a few different people. It's like, oh, okay, interesting. I'm intrigued.
Yeah. I mean, so far he is on my radar of new writers to look out for.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Cuz I mean, I was just so into this book. I don't know, do you guys want to talk about like deep spoilers of
Yes.
Okay, now we're going into deeper spoilers, people. This is the spoiler warning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, whatever. Go ahead and
Yeah.
skip to the next part if you don't want to hear the spoilers.
Okay, so there's this kind of little thread thrown out in the second issue after the inciting incident of the killer being allergic to lavender.
Yes.
Like I said, like the reveal over at the funeral was so good because you had what's his name going, oh, this is just you find out Melody is allergic to lavender.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's standing next to a guy and she goes, oh, you smell good, but it's just it's lavender.
Oh yeah, it's a lavender
perfume she made. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you hear someone else sneeze. And it's just like amongst the crowd of people, you just see the achoo with the squiggly, speech balloon. And then Samantha looks over, and lo and behold, it's her best friend, or quote unquote best friend's son, who moved back home from college, and now he's taking care of his sick mother. And the way he gives that fucking shit-eating grin, like
Yep.
just staring
I hate
back
his
at
face.
Samantha.
Yeah.
He's a mouse.
Yeah,
He
well, no, for like no ifs, ands, and buts about it. His little, his little faces are, yeah.
Exactly, that's why he's just like he's
Yeah.
giving that fucking look, and I just like
Yeah.
he's like it's like one of those like faces you want to punch.
Yeah.
Like you just see it and you're like,
Yes.
that looks so punchable.
Yeah.
fuck this guy.
Yeah. Like I know why nobody likes you.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
you know, like yeah, I could see that, you know, when he's telling his story. I'm like, yeah, it makes sense, you know. Yeah. Well, and reading this, okay, so the first time I read it, you know, I read it on the Kindle. And so like the way it will go is like sometimes it'll just like go from like square to square, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I feel like reading it like on the all one page this time, I definitely got like that look that they did really hit harder because like I could see it all like how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Well,
And
yeah,
yeah, I
because
was like, uh-huh.
you're basically controlling the pace of it when
Mm-hmm.
you read it. When you read it like the full page versus panel by panel, you're controlling
Yeah.
the pace, and how that affects you is just like your understanding of what's being shown to you.
Yeah.
I think I thought that was incredible because like, when I read these back when they were being released, it was from month to month.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that because, like I said, it's a page turner. How was it?
Mm-hmm.
How was it reading this month to month? Because I would have been like,
So annoying.
yeah,
Especially because of him, you know, because I just feel like you posted about this. I read the first one immediately. I was like, bet I'm gonna get the whole series right now, you know? And then I go on and I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what are you
what
talking about? Pre-order?
What do you mean I have to
And the
wait a
worst
month?
part was, yeah, and it no, the worst part was I think it was more than a month. It was like deep in January, and I'm like, okay, this is like worse than at least with a TV show, it's annoying that I have to wait a week, you know? But like, oh yeah.
and
So
that's the thing with TV. You get like 20 to like an hour worth of content.
hmm
And I think like issue number 5 of this book, I read it in like I felt like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, there
yeah.
were
So
some
I get
parts
this
where
little yeah.
some parts of it just relies on, just no dialogue. You just see character
hmm
actions.
Yeah.
And that's what speeds up the book for me. That's okay. So, yes, when uh I read a lot of comics.
You don't say. You don't say, Mr. Podcast Man.
Yeah.
I read a lot. So, by the time like the second issue and then the third issue came out, like it's sometimes it's hard for me to keep up with a book. I completely forgot about issue 2 was coming out, and then it was like a week after it released, and then I like messaged Melinda. I was like, hey, issue 2 came out. And then but by that time I
I
had
think
already
I had already gotten it
yeah
too.
she was
Yeah.
like, oh yeah,
Damn, she's ahead of the curve on you. Damn.
well,
Period.
Good.
all right, leave me alone.
Who reads comic books now, Andre?
For real. I'm coming through.
She's still my thunder. What is this going to be? The Comic People's Authority? There's not
Oh
going to
my
be no little.
gosh.
Y'all forgot about Dre?
Yeah.
I'm dead. You're building an army, okay?
Yeah. So when I was reading it month to month, there were times where I did lose the thread of the story, because when it got to the reveal of Nigel as the killer, and what was that, issue 3?
Yeah.
I was like, who the fuck is that?
I did have to reread also because I let it lapse a little bit. But yeah.
Yeah, no, because I mean that's really how it is. Going from month to month, I have to remember, did I read this issue of Black Panther? Did I read this issue of Superman? And turns out, yes, I did. And then other times it's like, oh shit, it's been 2 months.
That's why you got to be like me, Andre. You just read like 4 comics a month, and that's it.
I mean, we're kind of
But
in a great age of comics.
I know. I read a lot, but I just kind of, for my own sake of mind and my wallet, I just keep it as like, okay, I have to drop something or I'm going to lose whatever it is. Like I had to drop Action Comics, even though it's written by Mark Waid. I'm just like, okay, whatever. I just drop it. I'll read it later. I always end up reading it later.
It's going to be collected anyways.
well, what's nice though sometimes though when I would forget and then I had like now it's like at least I would have 2 to read, you know, and like I
Yeah.
get a little bit more instead of having to wait.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, it's always good to just like maybe not have one book a month to read, you have like two or three from 2 or 3 throughout the month, so that when a week passes, you could just go to like, it's Wednesday, new comic books are releasing. You could just fill up the time until you wait till the next issue of the one you really want to read.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So Nigel's a big piece of shit, and
That part.
what what he does is he sets up Samantha's coworker or employee to be murdered. Well, at first their confrontation.
Yeah.
He
Yes,
confronts
I
her.
know. I was gonna say we can't skip over that.
Yeah, so we
that
have
was
a very
crazy.
heated exchange between Samantha. She confronts Nigel and is just like, hey, you got to calm your shit down because this is a good town. And then Nigel goes on like, hey, dude, I've always been kind of fascinated with you and I've been following you and I saw that you kill people, which is something I've always wanted to do. So it turns into this whole thing between them of he is obsessed with her. I think there's a bit of a romantic inkling there. Like
Hmm.
how do I say it? Like a Oedipus complex, like where it's because she's older and friends with mom, it's kind of like the son liking the mom sort of deal. So he kind of falls in love with her, which is the reason why he's obsessed. And then finding that common ground of, hey, we can kill people together. It's that that weird animal instinct between, or at least for him, where she sees it as like, no, you shit where you eat. You can't fucking do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then he sets her up, puts her as a top suspect, and she goes on the lam after her cute employee. They're all cute.
Yeah, they're all cute.
Yeah,
they're
they're
all
all
fucking adorable.
cute.
That
They're
employee
all
and his little family, I was rooting for them
I
the entire
know.
time.
Yes. Oh, poor little Ting Ting. Oh my gosh.
He's just like, oh no, I mixed the paint bad.
Yeah, he's like, I really do need new glasses. I'm like, dang, gaslighting him though. He's like, he can see just fine.
She's like, don't beat yourself up, dude. We all make mistakes.
Yeah.
You can take the rest of the day off.
Yeah, take the day off. I have to,
Yeah, but it
Oh
was
my
just like the
God.
reason why that he says that is because the paint bucket, it was one of her paint buckets with blood on
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
And she made that excuse to take it away and everything. And yeah, I was like, oh, that's a good cover.
Yeah.
I was wondering what excuse she was going to use to get out of that one. She's like, oh no, you see, there's a little bit of red paint on there. But I don't know. Old blood turns brown and it doesn't look like paint.
Suspension of disbelief.
I mean, have you ever left like a Band-Aid in like the trash can and then just see it get all nasty and you're like, oh, why I should throw that out. It's just me.
Well, me and Melinda both work in the medical field.
Oh yeah, that's right. I totally forgot.
I'm like, I don't leave the blood around long enough to see it.
I don't because I cut my finger the other day at work.
Biobin.
Oh.
Biobin for me.
You don't get to see it.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
No, but the whole her going on the lam into the city and kind of going into like this, I hate myself for saying this. She kind of goes into the dark side of the Force cave where she like confronts herself.
She like finds herself. Actually,
That's where she goes. Yeah, she gains the
yeah,
confidence.
she finds herself. She literally was like, "Bitch, I'm a bear." Okay, like we over here fucking around with a mouse. Like,
No,
literally,
that's exactly what she
she's
saw when
like,
the two bears
yes,
were fighting.
yes. And she's like, "What am I doing? Like, I'm not gonna let a mouse, like, come on now." I'm trying to find the part. There's this part too but you could just see her finding herself, and she comes to the acceptance too. It's like that part where she's like freaking out and like the little snakes are coming out of her,
Yeah, the
like,
colorful snakes.
and yes, and then she kind of like has to accept. She's kind of like, it scares me But
Yeah,
like
but
at
this
the
is
end
who
of
I
it, it's like
am.
this is the animal. Yeah, it's who I am,
It's the
and it's like
animal
the natural.
inside.
Yes, yeah, and it's like for reals, girl. Like, come on now. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
like
love.
you're
She
gonna
got
let
that.
this little
I
fucking
got
mouse
that
do
bear
this to
in
you?
me.
Let the little fucking
Yeah,
mouse do this?
a mouse. Like, how embarrassing, you know?
Like, bitch, you are a bear.
Like
Gar.
literally.
I just wanted to
Right.
jump in there, right? I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh my
Yeah, so you get
gosh.
to like I mentioned earlier during the final confrontation, when she goes up to her best friend, what's her name? Betsy?
Hold on, I'm finding it for you right now. Lola.
Lola?
It's Lola.
Oh, I was way off.
You're like Betty, Betsy.
I would like
It's Blanche.
I was about to put
Well,
money
it
down on
makes
that.
sense. Like Sally. Yeah.
It's
You
Lola.
were far off.
Yeah, so Lola, when she talks to Lola, Lola reveals that she already knew that her son was
Mm-hmm.
killing people, and she thought that might be a great thing for because she also knew about Sam, and she's known
Mm-hmm.
about Sam for a while, but she's just never said anything.
Yeah,
So,
she was like, in life, you have to have friends and family, or else there's nothing else,
Yeah,
you
and
know?
she thought
But I'm
that.
like, dang, girl, you could have gotten another friend, but keep your enemies closer, I guess.
I mean, from what my understanding is that she saw in Nigel what she saw in
And
Sam, and
Sam. Uh-huh.
she doesn't want her son to be alone.
okay.
And so I think that's the reason why she just didn't say anything
Mm.
about all of it, just so she can, I don't know, that they could find peace and friends with each other because Melinda, like you said, like friends and family is all you have. But
And she knew
unfortunately,
she was dying too.
yeah,
So,
and
yeah.
uh, Sam, like she points it out earlier, oh, Sam traveled the world, and she's always telling Nigel, you should stop taking care of me. You should go out and see the
Mm-hmm.
world. You should,
Mm-hmm.
live your life.
Yeah. All right. Is she a really good friend and mom, or is she really terrible at being a friend and
She's an
mom?
enabler, and I feel like there's two sides to that coin
Okay.
because, yeah, I do feel like technically you're a piece of shit,
Yeah.
like Sam has killed, I think they said like 43 people,
Yeah.
And so it's like, I don't know. Of course, it's like that kind of side where like obviously you see their friendship and you're like, they're good friends to each other and they treat each other well. But like at the same time, you're a piece of shit because you knew for how long and you just let her get away with this.
Uh,
So
I think I think it's really shitty, but she had good intentions, but it was a really shitty decision not to say anything because
Yes.
these are people's lives.
Yeah. Yeah. Their
Mhm.
lives.
Yeah. Well, and then this is the thing she knew about Sam even before Nigel moved back.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
And I
wonder
mean,
how
maybe she
long.
always saw that thing in Nigel as a kid or something.
Yeah, because you can
But
tell with like
like,
as a parent, you
yeah,
can just know
uh-huh.
something's up with your kid.
Yeah, and maybe that's why she always just kind of felt like, even closer to Sam or something. But yeah, um, it's just, yeah, I could see two sides to that.
Damn. Yeah. I don't know. That probably makes her a horrible person. All right.
It does make her
Yeah,
a horrible
yeah.
person, but I mean, like I said, there was good intentions behind it, but that doesn't make it okay.
It's
Good
all right.
intentions for who though? I feel like when you say good intentions, it's like,
Well,
oh well,
for the
I
love,
didn't want anybody to get hurt. I feel like it's more selfish
well,
intentions.
it's because of the love she has for her son
Mm-hmm.
and for the person she thinks is her best friend.
Mm-hmm.
No, she has love for Sam. There's
No, no,
love.
no, no,
Yeah,
no, no.
for sure.
Well,
Yeah,
when I say who she thinks is her best friend, yes, that's her point of view. Is Sam is her best friend,
yeah.
but
But she doesn't know that Sam doesn't care
yeah,
about
Yeah,
her.
Sam doesn't give a shit
Sam
about her.
doesn't give a shit
Yeah.
because
Uh-huh.
Sam. Okay, spoilers. Sam straight up murders Lola.
Oh, hold on. Let's get into how how
Yeah.
she murders Lola.
Okay.
All right,
She
so
stabbed her up.
I'm trying to set the scene here.
Sorry, Jen. I'm
okay,
like, she did her dirty. I'm sorry.
okay, so all right, let me set the scene here. So Nigel basically runs Sam out of town. Sam out of town. Shit. And so Nigel he's going around town and he's just kind of finding his latest victim.
When he approaches the little girl,
Or Nigel, yeah.
that was
Nigel.
creepy.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Yes, very.
So yeah, Nigel's choosing his next victim. Sam comes back to town after finding herself, and then she has a plan, and it's gonna get messy.
So I need extra tarp.
And Sam sets up this whole thing, which I really liked, and it was kind of giving me. Have you guys ever seen the movie Audition?
Is it that Japanese film?
Yeah.
My boyfriend wants to watch it. It's gonna be coming up soon for us.
Oh, okay, for sure. Watch it.
So no
It's great.
spoilers.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna let you know. Like 90% of the movie is like the psychological thriller, and then it becomes torture porn, and it's amazing.
Okay.
Shit. Now I can't even say anything. Okay. Anyways, it just reminded me of that movie. That's
Okay.
what I'm just trying to say.
Okay.
Yeah. So Nigel finds Sam at her house. He sneaks in and he has a gun, and he sees his mom in the chair. Turns her around. Lo and behold, she's dead. She's propped up, and freaking Sam just stabs him in the neck with this like medication thing to knock him out, but still make him aware of what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And though she's explaining everything in detail, being the methodical fucking bitch that she is.
Yeah.
And just like, she's like, oh no, you snuck in here with a gun and you killed your mom and fought me with the gun.
And she starts cutting herself.
Yeah.
Saying, and I fought you.
Yes.
I was like, damn, dude.
Yes. I know. When she's standing over him too and being like, why did you do that? Like, how could you?
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, girl. Yeah.
Yeah. And then and that's when she's explaining, her personal relationship to Lola, about how Lola.
No, to Nigel about Lola.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying, fool.
Our audience doesn't know that.
Well, thank you. So anyways, she's explaining her relationship. When I mean to Lola, I don't mean she's speaking to Lola. I mean of her connection to.
Yeah.
So she's speaking about that, explaining how she doesn't see Lola as a best friend. She just knows her.
Yeah.
And she just allowed her into her life. But that doesn't make her the best friend that Lola thinks her and Sam are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I was her best friend. She wasn't mine.
Yeah, she was just someone I knew, and I let in by an inch.
Yes.
Well, and she's like, if I could do this to my best friend, then like, what do you think I could do to you, really?
Yeah. And hold on, where does she say in that fucking panel? Oh, she says, your mother knew all about, knew everything that you have been doing, and she still loved you. And she's like, did you know that she knew? And then he starts like tearing up and crying.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, that's so special. And it's like, how could you kill her? And it's like, the only person in the world who loved you. And it's like, how could you do that to her? Oh, well. Blast him in the fucking head.
Well, and in a way, too, even though he didn't stab her, she's basically like, you got her killed, though, because, like, look what you did. She wouldn't have been dead today if you didn't do all this. So, yeah.
She was serving with the capital C. I loved it.
Oh
I was
my
there
God.
for it.
Yeah.
And then the picture after that, like the scene where the police are in there and the mom's just in the chair and he's on the ground. It's like, damn.
Oh yeah. It's been, this was a wild ride. And I love how the town, much like life, just kind of goes back to normal.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It moves on.
Yeah.
Once the threat isn't there anymore, you just continue with life.
I mean, Sam does.
And the ones that are like,
Yeah.
well, oh, sorry. The ones that are like, I never thought you did it, Sam. Like, I believed you the whole time. Yeah.
And what's her name says something so like brash. She's like, I'm so glad you killed Nigel.
Yes. Yeah. At first, for a second, I was like, wait, does she know? But then I'm like, oh, well, I mean, technically, maybe
And
she
yeah,
killed him,
because
but
I
not
think
like that.
the story is
Yeah.
they fought over the gun and it accidentally went off, killing Nigel.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, everything's all hunky dory, and Sam, she does something really sweet at the end where she gives the wedding ring back to
Mhm.
her employee's wife.
Wife. Yeah.
yeah.
It makes you think she has a heart again, just a little bit,
It's
but you're like,
it's
no, it's not real.
it's that facade, much like the whole
Yeah.
town. It's a mask for her. It's for her, and then she looks at everyone, passing by in the windows, and she's going into a cool down period, which every serial killer has.
Mm-hmm.
They just kind of like cool off. They got their rush, but they're going to go out and kill again.
Yeah.
So that's where this story ends. It's capped off. It's cleaned up. It's bloody. It's cute. It's violent. It's sweet.
It's cuddly.
Sugar and spice and everything nice.
Exactly. So yeah, that is Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, written and illustrated by Patrick Horvath, and letters by Hassan. I'm gonna screw this up. I'm so sorry, Hassan. Hassan Ostmain Allahu. Elhau. Sorry. I am so sorry. Damn my American tongue.
I didn't even know that somebody did lettering, because I mean, obviously I'm new to all of this. But yeah, when I saw that, I was like, oh, interesting. Like, I didn't know that there was like even a specific person that does just the lettering,
Yeah, they're the unsung heroes of comic books, I believe, because they're the ones who help with the pacing and the flow and how you're reading each panel as it goes by. Yeah, there's some great letterers out there, and there's some controversial ones. Who knew that they can be controversial? But yeah, this was a wonderful book. I highly recommend it. What about you, Melinda?
Yes. I highly recommend it as well. I loved it. And even reading it the second time, like little parts too where Nigel's talking to her and you're like, this bitch, now that you know, it's like rewatching a psychological thriller.
Yeah.
But yeah. But yes, I loved it and I would recommend.
I have obviously recommended it to my friends, everyone that's here on this podcast. Yeah, and did you know that there's going to be a sequel to this book?
Wait, what?
Oh.
Yeah, they announced it.
Really?
Yeah, it's called Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, Rite of Spring. So this book takes place during autumn.
Yeah.
So then,
yes.
So
Okay.
now the next one's going to take place during spring. So yeah, you're right. She's going to have probably a cool down of a couple months, wait out the winter, hibernate, as she says, and
Yes.
come back and start her spree all over again.
Ooh, interesting.
All right. So let me be sort of the devil's advocate here.
What's up?
Does this book need a sequel?
Honestly, no. It's a great one and done. But I mean, if you have more stories to tell, I mean, why not? You're the artist.
Yeah.
I feel like as long as it hits, because there have been like even shows where I'm like, does this really need to have a season 2? It could just be a one short series. And then a lot of the time you're like, oh, I kind of wish it was just the one. But
I'm looking at you, 13
when it
Reasons
hits,
Why.
period. Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that should have been just one season.
Yes, stick to the book, baby. But you know what I mean? Like sometimes there have been some where I'm like, even though it might not be the exact same, but there are times where I'm like pleasantly surprised and happy with another one.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I just wanted, because I was just so satisfied with this, I wasn't sure if I wanted to see a sequel. I didn't know that information till right now. So I was like, okay, do we really need one? Because this is just so damn perfect. It feels like lightning in a bottle.
It really does, especially like I keep saying this, but just someone's first time and really hitting it, just making such a great story that's, captivating. It's beautiful,
Yeah.
wonderful. It's just it just shocks me, but if you have the talent and you want to keep going, just go ahead and do it. I
Yeah.
mean, and if you don't want a sequel, then just don't read it. Just like
Don't read it. Yeah. It's funny though. Yeah, it's funny though when I did read it again too and I saw like the end, I
Mhm.
did even kind of think that like, oh yeah, this was like a perfect little something, you know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
But now hearing there's a sequel, I'm like, okay, I'm intrigued, especially after talking through it all. And like, yeah, I'm like, okay, we'll see.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I just wanted to get your guys' opinion on that because, I mean, I probably will read it out of curiosity. So, I mean,
Hmm.
I'm not a naysayer. Like, I'm all for it. I'm
Yeah, just like, we ended up getting Dark Knight Strikes Again.
Ugh.
So sequels are going to happen.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I know.
When is his other book coming out? The one you with the faces, or what was it called? Free for All.
Free for All. It comes
Yeah.
out, I want to say probably the first or second quarter of next year.
March 2025.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm excited to see.
Where he goes.
Yeah, I'm really glad that I get to experience this writer just breaking into the industry like this and then getting
Hmm.
to follow his career.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's
Yeah.
it's like seeing Chapel Roan.
Well, for me too, it's like I'm new to all of this too, so this would kind of be like my first author that I even get to like even do something like that with. So
It
it'll be interesting.
that's
Yeah.
exciting because
Yeah.
we talked about it plenty of times. Is if you like a certain story, you should follow like a writer or sometimes an
Hmm.
artist and see and get into other writers and see other stories that they do. And that's the beauty of like comic books or just like TV shows or filmmaking or anything of the such. If you like one thing, go check out their other works. And
Hmm.
that's how where the body was. We first figured out that writer because he was at the time he was writing Captain America and X-Men, and then
Mm.
now he just does strictly crime comic books. So
Hmm.
that's that. Yeah, I'm excited for
Yeah.
you to like take that journey and like dive into it and
Yeah.
like
Uh-huh.
go explore, go have fun.
Yes. I know I got another one of his, so we'll see. We'll see where I go.
All right.
Yeah, like I know you like James Tinian the Fourth, who wrote Nice House on the Lake.
Yes, yeah.
Miles actually just got into another book of his, Something is Killing the Children.
Oh
Oh,
my
I just
god.
bought that.
Oh my god. I cannot stop
Yay!
raving about it.
I have it
I'm
right here next to me.
I'm all caught up on it. I love it so much.
Okay.
I really wanted to do an impromptu episode about it
Mm-hmm.
because I was just so
Uh-huh.
excited. But
Oh.
yeah, you're gonna have fun with that one. That one's like the
Yay.
best like Netflix show that you're ever gonna read.
Okay,
Yes.
nice. I got the first two volumes.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Yes, so
that's a
I'm
great. I think
excited.
that's the
Yeah.
first 10 issues or so, right?
Yes, the first 10 issue. I think like if you get volume 3, that completes that entire story. So
Okay.
yeah, that whole chapter that's intense, and where it leaves off, you're just like, well, where the fuck else can they go next? And
Yeah,
then they
from
go
a
there.
So
book.
good.
And then they do. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yay. Okay, cool.
it's
I'm
really good.
excited. Yeah. It's funny. I told them, I read Beneath the Trees, and then I told them I read like Where the Body Is, and then they recommended, yeah, Something's Killing the Children, and then another book by Ed Brubaker. So
Oh,
yeah,
there you go.
we'll see.
All right.
All right. Yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, you can go ahead and find us on TikTok. You can find us on Instagram, Comic Bros Authority. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and write in. You could write it,
comicbrosauthority@gmail.com.
yes, at our email. Go ahead and do that. We will be happy to answer them. This is just a hobby that we love to do, that we've been passionate about for practically all of our lives and everything. I just want to say thank you, Melinda, for coming on to the
Yeah.
podcast.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It's
It was
always,
fun.
yeah, you got the honor of our first guest.
Yay! Love it. No one can take this from me.
No one.
All right, but before we go, I do want to mention that you can pick up a copy of Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees. at your local comic book shop. I'm pretty sure they have it at a Barnes & Noble, on Amazon.com, as well as InStockTrades.com, CheapGraphicNovels.com, and anywhere you can buy comic books. It just got released in a trade paperback. Even IDW has a special edition hardcover. I think that one's a limited edition. I'm not sure.
It is.
So if you like hardcovers, go seek that one out. Of course, it's going to cost a little bit more, but I highly recommend this. This is an independent comic book. Support your writers, support your artists, and yeah. So there you go. Yay! All right. So usually this is the part where we start playing our outro music. So I'll start doing it right now.
All right. Well, this is Andre signing off.
This is Miles signing off.
Melinda signing off.
I don't know where. I was about to get to like how many your mother leaves. All right.
All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.